Hi, this is Joe. Just update on what's going on here. So this is the practice kit for from Vans for building a wing, and I'm doing this. Want to practice with some painting. So I've got some of the self-etching primer. There's no real directions on this as far as painting, so I'm going to treat this a lot like I've seen two-part epoxy primers. I've gone over it with a Scotch-Brite. I'm going to clean it with some detergent and then probably acetone. I don't have any acetone here, and I've got a couple things I can't really leave the house right now for, so holding off on that. I did have to use some Goo Gone to get some of the adhesive off. I played around with using a soldering iron for removing strips of the blue protective film, and now that I've scuffed these up, it doesn't show so much, but maybe a little bit right here, this line. It seemed to me like that the tip of this was just a little too, it's not going to focus well, was a little too aggressive. Now this is I think a 100-watt unit, and but I just didn't like it. It definitely left some marks on this. So as far as trying to protect while you're working, didn't seem not particularly worth it. Now these kits were ordered probably 4 years ago, and I've just had them sitting on a shelf. Blue protective film came off pretty easily off of everything, other than a little bit of stickers left. I did notice with the Goo Gone that I used that there was some blue ink here, and it took that blue ink off. So I'm a little bit curious what will happen here with things as far as priming, if I'm able to keep track of where things go. So what I aim to do is maybe set this table up outside once I get out. But I've got driveway estimate coming at 10:30, and my first kit is expected sometime between now and mid-afternoon. There was a little bit of some kind of a cluster on the end of the shipper. But I'm really just waiting on a phone call, and we'll get that kit in and inventoried. I've got my tractor set with the forks, and the building is coming along. It's a little tough to see, but I've got a spray company, and they're gonna do some spray foam. They've got the floor nicely protected. They've got their equipment up and running. So that's where I'm at. I think it's going to be interesting to learn kit storage. I've set up 3 different tables. I've seen something about sub-kits. I'm hoping that these 3 tables will be enough. I do have 2 other tables to use, but I was kind of going to leave this one set up just for keeping my plans set up here. I'm going to get started in this building while I still wait for the other building to get going. The small parts, I'm not sure if there's going to be a great way to. I don't know what I want to do with that. A little bit tough not being in the shop. All right, something I did learn. Now I don't have the plans here, but it was difficult to dimple in here. You couldn't really put a fitting in there, and the plans for the kit say to use a plate steel, pretty thin, and cut a hole and countersink a 1/4 inch in from a corner. And just in asking online, I came to understand the importance of this tool and the purpose of this tool. I hadn't even really gone there. It wasn't mentioned in this this kit plan. And so this is the male dimple, and I tried hammering on this directly, but you really don't want to do that because you'll ruin the tip. It says so as much in the Cleveland there's a video on Cleveland Aircraft Tools, and so you could pull this out of the DRDT2 Dimpler frame, and so I did that, and then I could put that part in there and hammer at this. It was sufficient for today, but I worry about these screws, so I've ordered a $20 equivalent of this that will just be dedicated for the purpose. For now, I'll leave this on here, and we'll see what ends up happening long term. That'll work for now. So that's where I'm at. Things are exciting, and wow, big changes happening. It's not quite about dealing with the build, but just other stuff happening in I did get my tent set up for going to Oshkosh. So, all right, thank you.